Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Maria Siddiqui. I'm MD Microbiology. Today, I'm going to discuss the topic of sterilization and disinfection, and I'm going to clear concepts and few doubts which arise around this topic. First of all, what is the difference between sterilization and disinfection? So, most importantly, in case of sterilization, the method involves killing the vegetative form of the microorganisms as well as their spore forms. Now, spores are formed in a climate where there is a lack of nutritional requirement. So, whenever the nutrition will be abundant or it will be provided, the spore can germinate into the microorganisms. So, we do not want that, obviously. So, in this process, the vegetative form as well as the spore form is killed. Next is the term of disinfection. Disinfection is basically just the killing of most of the pathogenic organisms, but the spores survive in this method. While there is one more term which is decontamination. In case of decontamination, just the number of microorganisms are reduced to certain level so that they can be handled, I mean the surface on which they are present, that can be touched without having any protective equipment around your hand or whatever surface you are going to touch with. So I hope these three terms are now separated in your mindset. Moving on, obviously in case of if we want to do sterilization, we have to do it separately for as per the requirement. We cannot sterilize a liquid same as we have to sterilize a solid object. So there are various methods for sterilization. Most commonly which is employed is drying. Obviously, why drying is used? Because drying means you are removing the water content from the microorganism. A microorganism or any cell, it is made of 60 to 70% of water. So if we are drying it, so we are removing the water content and obviously it will eventually die out. But this method is not very effective. Next is providing the heat. Heating is the most common method of sterilization and disinfection which are being employed. In case of heat, we can provide two types of heat. First is dry heat and the second is moist heat. In case of dry heat also, there are various methods. For example, there are flaming, then there are inspissation, then there are the highest temperature of dry heat is being provided in hot air oven and more higher is provided in incineration. So different grades of heat are there and they are employed in different ways. If we talk about flaming, flaming is being used either uh, to flame a metal object until it is red hot or they are flamed just for few seconds. If the first method, this is used for sterilizing the inoculating loop or wire. So it is held on the Bunsen burner till it becomes red hot. Then it is left for 2 to 3 seconds till it cools down to a certain temperature, and then this is being used for inoculating the bacteria or inoculating the sample on the culture media. If certain objects like glass if and tubes are there, so they cannot be flamed till they become red hot because they will break. So they are flamed on the flame just for few seconds. This is flaming. Next, in case of inspissation, we are sterilizing the culture media before it is being ready for inoculation. Why we are sterilizing the media? Because we know that certain media, they love the nutrients. Does love nutrients. So the more enriched a media is, the more chances are there that the bacteria will inoculate or the microorganisms will inoculate on it. And also microorganisms are present in our environment. So while preparation of such media, there is a high chance that there may be some contamination from the environment and the bacteria or the spores might be present on the media. To prevent this, to sterilize the media before it is being ready for the lab purpose, what we do is we provide a temperature of 80 to 85 degrees Celsius on the first day. The vegetative forms are being killed. This is being provided for around 30 minutes. The vegetative forms are killed. The spores, they go into a phase of activation, so they are now ready to germinate. On the second day, the spores have germinated. So again, we provide a temperature of 80 to 85 degrees Celsius, and the spores which have been germinated are now killed. On this step is again repeated for the third day, so that if there are any remaining spores, they also might get killed. So this process is repeated for 3 successive days. This is process is known as inspissation. It is being used, as I told you, for enriched media. Enriched media, for example, the media which are containing egg, the media which are containing serum, like Dorset egg media, Lowenstein-Jensen media, which is being used for mycobacterium. So these are used for such media. Next is for the dry heat is hot air oven. We have known oven. It is the most common we have seen, which is being used for baking, for grilling purposes. So the hot air oven is being provided for sterilizing, and in this, a temperature of around 160 degrees Celsius is being maintained for 2 hours for sterilizing. The objects which are sterilized in the hot air oven are like glasswares, for example, petri plates, tubes, flasks. Then they are the metal articles, metal scissors, all these objects. They are also sterilized, and then oils are sterile, the hydrophobic ones, since which cannot be sterilized in case of autoclave because it contains water. So hydrophobic objects like paraffin, oil, all these things are sterilized in hot air oven. Next is inspissation. In inspissation, it is basically a method of like in which the biomedical wastes are discarded. So they are subjected to a successive higher temperature of 800 degrees Celsius first, and then subsequently to 1200 degrees Celsius, as a result of which the the waste, they are converted into their gaseous forms, and then they are being released in the atmosphere. So these are all the methods of dry heat sterilization. Next is moist heat sterilization. One more important thing which is there, the difference between how the dry heat is approaching for sterilization and how the moist heat is approaching for sterilization. In case of dry heat sterilization, the main method is charring, oxidative stress, because we know that the fire, it utilizes the oxygen, so there is a oxidative stress in charring and degradation of the protein. In case of moist heat, there is mainly a denaturation or degradation of the protein, coagulation of protein. So these are the methods of being sterilized by moist heat.